Hi folks, Rich Pacini from RJPacini.com. Coming to you today to do a demo video on an Epson CX8400 printer, and I'm going to point the webcam down to it and I'm going to get started as soon as possible because I like to make this the last one for the day anyway. So let's see what we got over here. Here we have the printer here. I like to, if this is the first time coming to my YouTube channel, or in this particular case the eBay listing, I like to do demo videos, intro videos, and sneak peek videos. And right now I'm doing a demo video on, again, the Epson printer. I just want to tell you a little about it. The overall condition on this printer is pretty clean, pretty much all the way around. You do have some minor scuff marks. Let's see here. This is okay over here for now. Let's see. This is clean. Over here is good. I have a little scuff mark here, and I think right along here you have a little scuff marks on this side here. What else can I tell you about this here? And on top here, this here opens up. Okay, pops up like this, like so. So if you have to put your paper in there, you could put your paper in here. It's got a little flap here that opens up. You got your adjustable guides. I believe the adjustable guides in here. You gotta, it goes back and forth like that. You gotta just squeeze the little clips in there. You can move it back and forth. Okay. What else? When you don't need it, you just want to give this a little assistance here to close it, or else it'll make a snapping sound. So when you're closing it, just push up on here, do it, or else it'll make a snap sound. It sounds like you're cracking it, but you're not. It's got the flatbed scanner. I put a brochure on here to show you that it does scan, and I had to test it out prior. Now here's the thing with this printer. The printer overall is considered clean. Here's your tray out here, output tray. Comes out like that. However, to make this printer function properly, you're going to have to get the cartridges in order to go on to the next steps. Now, I'm going to talk to you about that in a second. I'm going to tell you where to get the software. I'm going to tell you the system it's operating on my computer, and then we'll take it from there. This here, folks, is nothing cracked with it. Just to let you know, prove it to you. It's the paper that went on there. Okay, but I'm going to leave it on. And the other thing I want to just stress out, folks, if you are the lucky bidder of this printer, if you could just do me one favor. I saw printers like this in the past, and I like to sell them with all the information on here. So if you get this printer, before you take any labels off, make sure you're going to want this printer, because I had another printer like this, another Epson I sold, and it had all the had documentation like this on here, and I like to keep it. I like to keep the information here. So it gives the buyer a little insight of what the printer does. But anyway, when I sold it to the buyer, he decided later on he didn't want it. He sent it back to me, and he took off the wrappings. Like I had the wrapping on here. He took off this. He took off the top here, and I just got the printer back like this. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's fine. But if you're not sure you're going to keep it, just keep the stuff on for the time being. Okay, if you don't mind, if it's not too much trouble. That's all I ask, is not to remove any stickers or any documentation that's on the printer, unless you're definitely going to keep it. All right. Here's the thing. Now I'm going to power it up, and it's not going to let me go to any other functions on here. Now the printer does work. It has been tested. It does work, but you're going to need cartridges. Okay. When you power it on, let me take this off so you can see a little better. Okay, well, if you can see it there, but it says Energy Star. Let me see. I don't want to. Just want to keep it on it for the time being. I don't want to scratch it. Now you're gonna get all that noise. It's just telling you Epson stylus. You can't see that there. It's too much glare here. I'm sorry, folks. It says Epson style. Then it goes over here. It's saying you're getting an error here. I'm sorry, folks. Let me see if I can hold this down a little more this way here. Over here, it says press OK. It says error C69. That's the cartridge number. It's the Scion, and that's the number 69. And it's saying press OK button to replace the ink cartridge. So when you place it, when you hit the OK button, it'll tell you replace the ink cartridges, right? But here's what happens though. When you open it up, and the inside, I didn't tell you, the inside is very clean too. It's very clean in here too, okay? The print head retracts into the location where you have to remove the printer, the ink cartridges. You will lift this little lever up and push back, and the cartridges are over here, as you can see. Now, it's asking for number 69, which is this cartridge here. So you would do is you'd push the cartridge. These are original cartridges. These are branded ones. These are their brand. Okay, you can see it's already branded. So you got the Epson logo on it. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, it's asking for this one here. Now the other ones, as far as I know, they have ink in them. There's one way to test them, just to. Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't know how long these cartridges. This is a pre-owned printer, by the way. This was picked up at a thrift store. Whenever I get printers, I always try to get good printers, clean stuff that when you get it, it doesn't look like it's been through the mill. My suggestion is I would replace all the ink cartridges in here right from the get-go. So what you might want to do is, if you're definitely interested in this printer, if you buy it ahead of time, let's say you've seen the demo today and you said, you know what, I'm going to take it. I'm going to buy this print. I'm going to buy the printer. Order your cartridges, and then when you get it, reinstall them. You know, put the new cartridges in there, follow directions, and you should have no problem with it. The printer, just to give you a little dimensions, a little size over here. I got a tape ruler I keep in my drawer here. I'll just give you a quick little size of it. It's kind of like a pretty big printer, considering. I've never heard so many printers small, but I got a tape measure here. And I'm just going to get a quick measurement really quick, just so you have an idea what it is, how big it is. I'm going to go from the top, okay? I mean, I know from the bottom, you can go from the bottom, the base. The base, if you go from the base, from the top, from the beginning to the end, it's about 11 inches. But if you go from the top here, it's about 12, 13 when you go into the back, okay? That's width-wise. The length-wise, going from here to here, it's roughly about 17 inches, as you can see, okay? In case you want to know that there for whatever reason, in case you want to, you know, put it on a little table or a little cart, whatever you're going to put there, at least you have an idea of the dimensions. I don't think I'm going to put that in my description, but at least you got an idea how big it is anyway. And oh yeah, I'm sorry, and the height. You didn't. I did the most important. I didn't give you the height. Not after that matters, but the height's roughly from the bottom, so it's up about 6 inches. Yeah, from the top to the bottom, about 6 inches. Okay. So anyway, I'll fold it up later. I installed this printer on my computer, and I'm going to do a screen share with you. I'm going to just do a screen share here. I'm going to move this way, and I'm going to show you over here. I'm going to move this back up to here again so me to see me. You can talk, and we'll move that back down again. You're going to need the software to make this printer work, no doubt. So what I do is I typed in the Epson stylus. I did a Google search on it. I typed in Epson stylus CX8400. I came up with this here. I came to their website. It automatically detected my system. I'm using a Windows 10 64-bit system. And I downloaded the drivers and utilities combo package. We click right over here. You download it. It's self-explanatory. You just follow the directions with that and you're okay. So with that in mind, I went back. I'm going to show you that it does connect and does work with the Windows 10 operating system. That's why I'm doing it from scratch. I'm going to go to Control Panel. I'm going to go to Device and Print. Well, first let me go show you the system so you see it for yourself firsthand. Okay, I kind of like bumped out here, folks. Here we go. You can see over here it says Windows 10 Home, right? 2016 Microsoft Corporation, 8 gig. It's on a 64-bit operating system, x64 base processor, and it's the HP Pavilion. Okay, so you see it does connect to the Windows 10 operating system. We'll go back. Now we'll go to Device and Print this. I'm going to show you that it did detect the printer. Okay, my system's a little slow. I'm sorry, folks. Here you can see it right here. Epson stylus CX8400. So you see it's right there. I have it as my default printer. So now, in order to make this scan, you have to have the software. So don't load it up, put it on your computer, thinking that Windows is automatically going to upload it, as far as it load the drivers. It didn't do it in my case, I'll be honest with you, okay? Maybe it's why I have my computer set up, but it didn't do it in my case. So what I did was I loaded it up. I went to that website, okay, and I did install this software to drive it in a utility combo package. I did install that, okay. Once I did that, everything, the scanning part of it worked, okay. So we'll go back over here again to the printer. And now, again, I'm going to move my webcam down here again, show you live so you can see that it's doing it live. I'm sorry, folks, if the jittery here, moving all around. I'm going to put this open over here. Now, even though it's saying replace the ink cartridges on the console here, you can still see it's still going to work. Okay. So I'm going to put this in here so you can see it. See it actually working in live video. So you know it ain't no smoke and mirrors. Okay. I'm going to go over here. We're screen sharing at the same time. I'm going to right click. For some reason, my computer is running really slow today. I don't know if I have a lot of stuff in the background, probably. Okay. Sorry about the time delay, folks. I don't know why it's running this slow. Before it was going pretty good. Now, all of a sudden, it's running a lot slower. Okay. So here it says Start Scan. You click that on. I'm going to use the flatbed because I don't know if it has an auto document. I didn't read up all the specs on it. So you got to check and see for yourself. All right. So I'm going to do the scan. Okay, look at the settings here. It's got the scanner. It's got the name up here. Profile photo default. Source flatbed, which is we're using the flatbed. Color, JPEG. The resolution, 300 DPI. And now I'm going to click the scan. Oh, what happened here? I must have did something here. What did I do? Sorry about that, folks. Something I must have messed up on here now. This was working before. Okay, let's see what happened. I might have another window open here. I'm just going to be closed here. Let's see. Do I have... I'm sorry about that, folks. I just want to make sure everything's back into sync here. Okay, let me just try this one more time. Okay, let me move this here. Go back here again. Okay. Now, for some reason, it was working before. I don't know what happened now. Let me just see some here. There we go. I don't know. Sometimes my system's a little glitchy, folks. I'm sorry about that. As you could hear it, well, you got the background music going on. Okay, that's the printer making a noise going through the scanning process. This is all done live, so you're seeing it ahead of time. You're seeing it live video, so this is not something pre-recorded or anything. Okay, now it says review organized group. I'm going to do the import. I'm going to do import over here. Okay, it's going to take me to this window. I use Microsoft Picture Express, as you can see. All right, now I'm going to show you, take it out. This is what you see on the screen, folks. We just did this live. Okay, so you know the scanner works. Okay, the scanner definitely works. The only thing you're going to need to do, as I said earlier, is to purchase the cartridges. And I was looking them up on eBay, right over here. And my suggestion is to buy a whole set. As you can see here, they come in different prices. This guy's selling his non-OEM, which is non-official equipment, merchandise, whatever, or manufacturing. You could go try this guy here for $4.39. Cheap investment if you want to make that investment for this. And you can see it does cover the CX8400. He's cheap. He looks like the cheapest so far. If you think like you're a little skeptic on him, then that's a different story. You go to another guy to buy it. This guy's selling for $653. Here's a guy selling a whole bunch over here for $7.99, and you get 10 non-OEM, and it's for the CX8400. This one over here looks like he's selling like a thing where you could refill them. Well, you could do it if you want, but I don't really bother with refilling. Here's another guy selling for $5.60. Here's one of those refilling. Oh, these are these continuous ink kits. I don't know. I never really dealt with that there. I'd rather just buy the cartridges outright. This guy seems pretty good over here for $11.99. And again, when you open it up, it'll tell you right here. All right, I'll just move this over here. When you hit that button there, you can always get that noise. It's nothing wrong with the printer. It just oscillates back and forth, and then it lines up right over here. This is where you got to take the cartridges out. And it'll tell you 69, 69, 69. And this one says, I got to get my, some of my eyes are going bad over here later. And this one over here says 68, 69. So I'm not sure on the black one if it's telling you you could use either 68 or 69. That I would just get the regular cartridge. Like I said, I would get this one here. One other tip, folks, I just want to say before we close out this video, if you could try to make sure you get them with the ink level chips, okay? Because if you don't get them with the ink level chips, it's gonna probably give your printer a little, an error saying that it has no ink levels in there. It can't display the ink levels. So make sure that when you're buying these here, that you're getting them with ink level chips in them, okay? If you don't see it there, question the guy. I'm looking over here right now to see. Okay, it tells you fast and free. Okay, constructed to meet exceed standards. That's good. New ink. Okay, I'm looking over here to see if he's got ink level chips on here. Sometimes you got to question the buyer. I would only buy cartridges. All right, these look like they have them right built in here. Maybe that's why he didn't put them in here. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it's already got them in there. Okay, so he's got them here. That's the ink level chips. Okay, you want to make sure you have that, because if you don't, it's going to give the printer an error. You're going to get like some kind of error there saying that it's not going to show the proper ink levels. So if you want to buy from this guy, he's top rated. Then the other guy back here for $4 and change. If you want to make a real cheap investment, just to see how you get a feel of the printer. This guy over here, where is he? He's up here. Let's see. You got them over here. Like I said, for $7.99, you get all of those. This guy's $6 and change. This guy here, he's $4.39. To be honest with you, when it comes to cheap ink cartridge like this, I always like to read the feedback to see what the buyer's got, what other buyers left. Because you might say, hey, for that price there, it's got to be cheap. Maybe there's no cartridges, and maybe there's not that much ink in there. I don't know. It says over here, please don't touch the chip. Okay, so in other words, you don't want to mess these up. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to mess around with those there. As a matter of fact, I'm wondering here, with this one here, if there is like, I always keep alcohol here and a cleaning rag here. Let me just check something really quick here. I just want to see something, because this is the only one showing up, all right? And I just want to see if maybe there's a little dirt in there or something that might maybe knock the sensor off on it. I'm not touching my hands, but I just want to see something here. I'm not saying that's going to be a fix-all, but it's going to probably tell you to replace the ink cartridge anyway. All right, let's see what happens here. It's going back, as you can see, it's retracting. Most likely, you're going to have to get the cartridges in there anyway. Okay, to replace the ink cartridge. Yeah, it's still telling me the same thing. You're going to have to get ink cartridges. You could buy from this guy too if you want to make a cheap investment. Yeah, it's still showing you replace the ink cartridge. So apparently, it's probably most likely emptied out. That's basically all I can tell you, folks. He seems like if you're going to buy ink cartridges, if you want to make a cheap investment, for $4.39, he offers fast and free. So, I mean, it's not really a bad investment. I bought cartridges like this for like $5 or $6, and I put in my HP printer, and I also have a Brother laser printer. Well, the laser printer, the toner was a little more, maybe 10, 11 for that, but I had no problem with that. I use non-branded cartridges, to be honest with you. I had no problems with them. Like I said, with the HPs, I always make sure they have ink level chips on them. Apparently these people that's selling these here had them already on, but some companies I've seen in the past, unless they're changing all their strategies as far as selling wise, I bought back in the day for my HP 6500, I bought cartridges and didn't have any ink level chips on there, and I was getting printer error, like, you know, not error, but it was just showing you that it wasn't detecting anything. You didn't know if it was full, high, low, or whatever. So you want to make sure that they have the you know, ink level chips on them. But anyway, folks, that's all I can tell you about this here. I can't get too much into the printer. Like I said, I can't go any further than that. I can't show you printing it out, you know, any printouts, you know, do copies and stuff. You've seen it did make a copy to see, so the scanner does work and it works really well. However, I am including with this here, there's no, just to let you know, there's no user manual or original packaging. But if you bought from me in the past, or if you know anybody who bought from me, when I sell my items, I make sure they're wrapped well, protected, to ensure that they get to you in one piece, as I always say, and not pieces. I always make sure, especially when it comes to electronics, you want to make sure it's well packaged. I am including this printer cable here. All right, I'm going to disconnect it. You probably hear a sound from this one here. It's the it's fairly new. It's a gold-plated one, as you can see here. They're gold-plated. I don't know. Somebody I think said it once before. When they're gold-plated, you get better continuity with them. I don't know, or you get better, you know, better conductivity with it. You know, that may be the case, but these are nice. This is a nice cable. I am including it with it. And again, if you need manuals like for this here, if you're a person that wants to read up on your printer, you can go to this website over here. All I did was go to Google. I typed in Epson Stylus CX8400, and you could read all about the all-in-one, the printers. It talks about the home and support. Let's see if this here now. Some of them have the other stuff in here. They have utilities, software. I would like to, you know, me personally, I would, if you got the storage on your computer, I would put the printer driver on here, because it might, if this doesn't load everything up, you might want to do it manually. If you're trying to print something that doesn't work, go to the printer driver, download it. You can see there's all downloads here, right? The Twain driver for Epson Scan Utility, you could also put that. I know this one says it up here on the combo package. It says drivers and utilities. It already may have it in there. But for some reason, if your printer is not printing, all right, and you want to check it out, go to the printer driver. And then they got the easy photo. See, me, I would put all the stuff up, the event, Epson event. I like all that stuff, you know, because I have a big enough hard drive on there. So I also have a backup hard drive too. So I could always add more stuff to it, you know. Let's say you're a person that wants to read a manual. You say, geez, what's the sense of buying a printer? You got no, you know, manuals to read. It's definitely not under warranty, you know that, because this is a pre-owned one, okay. So what you would do is you could, these would be PDF files. You would get well, they got a product brochure. Then they get the product information. They got quite a bit of things that you could download, PDF files, which stands for portable display file, I believe. So I would go here with the user guide, and you click that. This is an HTML format. Most likely it's going to show up on here. I don't think it's going to switch to a PDF file, not that I know of. Let's see, my computer's going back and forth here. Let's see what's happening here. I'm sorry about the delay, folks. I apologize. Okay, it's saying loading data. Okay, to load paper, you would click on this here, and you would go over here, load paper for photos, for documents, load envelopes, general paper information. Let's say you want to go load paper for documents. You'll get a little display over here, information here. I'll tell you how to do it. It gives you the information. And you know, folks, if you don't want to download this whole thing, some of these operating manuals could be, I don't know, I think one of the printers I was selling, I mentioned on it was like 120 pages. Now, what I would do in a case like this, if this was my printer, I didn't have a user manual, what I would do is what I would do is go to that particular page, let's say for this one here, and it's page, whatever, page 1, whatever. I would do is go to a print, right, like this here, print preview, all right. And let's just say it's just this one here, this one page I want, right here. I go to print. Let's say I just want this one. I go to print, just to help you guys out. And you go to pages here. you click down to pages, and you click from where it goes from. Let's say if it's from 1 to 2, 1 to 3, you click at there. Let's say it's 3 pages is here. So you probably type in from pages 1 to 3. You click on OK, and you'll print out those pages. You don't have to print the whole thing out. Let's say it's 20 pages, 30 pages. You don't have to print the whole thing out. You can print out just what you need. So that's how you would do that, okay? And so on and so forth. You could also make it, you could also, if you want to make this scale a little bigger here to make it 100%. I have it on 80 because when I print out my invoices, I don't need the whole big thing like that. This is at 100%. And again, you could just pan through it from one page to the other. You could see from different ones, for different topics you need to talk about. But that's how I would do it, folks. Okay. But anyway, again, if you need any additional information, please contact me at rjpacini@verizon.net. If this is the first time coming to my YouTube channel, like I said again, in this particular case with the eBay listing, you could definitely check it out, subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. If you like what I do with these videos, if you got anything out of this particular video, give it a thumbs up. But remember, folks, if you buy this printer, you're definitely going to need cartridges for it. And you could the printer model again, it's the Epson CX8400. Okay, and right now it's showing that it's only pointed to one cartridge, the Scion, which is number 69 Scion. It's only asking for that one. So I mean, you might say, well, maybe I just take a chance by that. Me personally, I would definitely buy all of them. I mean, they're cheap enough. I'd buy a whole new set. This way, you're completely fresh with them, and you don't have to worry, because I don't know what the other ones are. You might buy that one there, and you might have the magenta or the other colors going. The yellow might go. You're better off just buying a whole set. They're cheap enough. This guy is cheap enough here. To be honest with you, I would buy from him. I mean, to be honest, it's $4.30 and plus free shipping. Come on. I mean, how can you go wrong with that? Cheap investment. But think about it. But anyway, folks, that's all I can tell you about it. You're going to need, like I said, ink cartridges. The only thing I want to point out over here on this, folks, as far as the label-wise, it does have like a little scuff mark here, or like a little adhesive. I think what happened was I put tape along here. I guess they were taping something on here, and it came off. So that's the only thing that got messed up over here as far as that part goes. Okay? Everything else is pretty much intact, clean here. Okay, glass is clean, the back is clean. So you're pretty good shape with that. And one last thing I just wanted to say, folks, again, if you are the lucky buyer of this printer, please don't remove any labels, like any things like this here, or that little clear wrap thing, because if you don't want it and you want to send it back, so let's say you change your mind after 30 days, you say, you know what, I don't want that printer, I'm going to upgrade to a new one. Please, if you're definitely going to keep it, then take it off by all means. I leave mine on all my printers because I don't mind. This stuff don't bother me. I don't care like looking at it. To me, it's okay. People might say, you take it off. You do what you want. Once it becomes your printer, it's yours. You do what you want with it. But again, if you're unsure, just please leave all the stickers and the way he gave it to you. Just send it back to me. This way, when I send it again, resell it, I can resell it to the next buyer with the information on there. But anyway, guys, thanks again for stopping by. I will talk to you soon. And thanks for checking out my YouTube channel and my listing here. You guys have a great day, okay? And I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye, guys.